Safe guys, my name's Formula. You probably know who I am if you subscribe to my channel. If you don't, drum and bass DJ and producer from the UK. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to make a requested track, actually, that was requested in the comments. So thank you very much for requesting a tutorial. You know, it gives me a chance to make some content, especially during this period of isolation and hard times, everything else and stuff. So yeah, today we're going to be making the main bass from You Got Me by Monrroe. So that there is basically, obviously for copyright reasons, I didn't want to play the whole original track. So instead I just made a little like edit remix type thing so I can just avoid copyright as best as possible. But yeah, so this is the sound just by itself. So it's this main Reese that is as best copied as possible from the original. I didn't use any of the MIDI or anything. I couldn't actually find anything. So I just got to wrote it myself, tried my best. Yeah, so it's quite a nice fat Reese. This is the patch itself. It's extremely basic. It's a very easy sound to make. I think a lot of people, I mean even myself as a younger producer, would always be absolutely baffled by Reese sounds like this, when in reality it is literally just the most stock basic thing in Serum. So let's go into a new MIDI channel here. Let's open up Serum, because that is what we'll be using to make this sound. You can probably make this sound in pretty much any other synthesizer that's got wavetables and stuff, triangle waves and everything else, because it's just such a bare bones, basic, easy sound to make. And I thought it might be nice to do this as a tutorial, because again, the whole point of my channel is kind of just to help younger people, or just actually not even just younger people, just anybody who might be new into making drum and bass or just sound design in general. It's kind of basic stuff. So let's get Serum. Patch is looking like this. Make sure it's the initial patch, so I'll just do it anyway quickly. And what we're going to do first is we're going to use the stock default wavetable in oscillator 8. We're going to turn the octave, I think, down 1, and then we're going to turn the unison up to 7, which should give you a nice like basic sound. I mean, even without this, it's just a normal. I don't know. Just the unison, just technical wise, for me, not fantastic, but it adds voices. If that's all I can remember. It's also how you make future bass, but if you want me to do that, let me know, because I can also do some future bass stuff. Anyway, so this is what we've got so far. It's a bit too grainy though, it's a bit too horrible, so we're going to use the we're going to use the filter. Make sure it's on MG low 12, and we will turn this down, I believe, to about 100 and, I don't remember now, let me check my handy dandy phone. Yeah, so 271 on the cutoff. So I mean, again, for personal preference and stuff, you can kind of do whatever you want, really. You know, if you want the sound to be wider, go for it. You know, do whatever you want. But to get this specific sound, I found it best to have the cutoff in that range. So once we've done that, that is basically all we have to do on the oscillator side of things. So now the sound should be sounding like this, which is already kind of, the sound is done really. But to add that extra flavour and wideness and everything else, we're going to use some effects. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get our compressor. We're going to drag that up to the top so that it's in the top of the order, because I didn't know this when I first started making music, but in Serum, and I think quite a lot of other effects, just using effects in general, it really matters what order things are in. Like, you can get completely different sounds by swapping the arrangement in a chain. I mean, I recommend doing it if you have made a sound and you've got post-processing on it and you're like, this doesn't sound right. Just duplicate the channel and mess around with the arrangement of what's in your effects rack. But anyway, so with the compressor, we are going to turn the gain knob down to about 1.7, or just up actually, but it is facing down. Keep it around, just in between 1.7 and 1.9, and that's pretty much it for the compressor. And then we're going to go into the hyper dimension. We're leaving this, we're not even touching it, and then the distortion is the key bit here. So we're going to turn this drive, we're going to leave it on tube off, and we're literally just going to turn this up to 92%. Now, putting it all the way up is not a fantastic sound. Well, actually it is, it's not bad, but when I did it before it didn't sound nice. I think it's probably because I had the channel turned up and everything else. But anyway, you want to put it at 92%. Again, personal preferences. If you want the sound to be sounding like this, just really like distorted stuff, then go for it. But just for this specific sound, we're doing, just do what I say, alright? No one will get fucking hurt. So now you should basically have the sound. Let's just let's play it and see what happens. Very nice, very dreamy. So that is that sound. It's extremely good with liquid drum and bass. I've, when I was first making music, wanted to make liquid stuff, but drum and bass freaked me out a lot, whereas now it doesn't, because I understand it more. But this particular sound, you can do a lot with it. You can use it as a pad at the beginning of your track, even if you're making dubstep or house. Like, it isn't just tied to drum and bass. You can literally use it in any genre you want. But yeah, that is the tutorial. If you would like the patch that I've got here, if you're just a lazy twat, and the MIDI should be available in the description. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I also hope you guys stay safe and everything else during the outbreak of coronavirus. I will be doing as many videos as I can and uploading them as consistently as possible, as I myself am in isolation and I have nothing to do, so there's no excuse for me not to be making stuff. So comment if you want a sound that you want me to make, and I'll try my best to do it. Yeah, that's pretty much it really. If you haven't listened to my most recent track, go check out my SoundCloud. And that's pretty much it. Subscribe if you like this video, comment what you want me to do next, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Straight up as always, safe guys, see you later.